The Spark of Wonder, Sagan's View of Wisdom. In our first chapter, we step into the gentle mind of Carl Sagan, a man who taught us that curiosity is the seed from which all great leadership grows. Sagan once said that the cosmos is not only a wonder that touches our hearts, but also a mirror that reflects our way of thinking. He believed that the best leaders are those who see beyond the obvious, who ask why, and who remain humble enough to say that they do not know everything. A story from Sagan's life that illustrates this is his work on the Planet Explorer project. As a young scientist, he faced many unknowns, but he approached each one with the same awe that he felt when looking at a star. He did not rush to definitive answers. Instead, he built a web of questions that encouraged his colleagues to think deeper. Because of that mindset, the team produced one of the most detailed maps of a planetary surface ever made. This story reminds us that true leadership is an invitation for others to explore and expand their horizons. The lesson for us today is simple: to lead wisely, cultivate a sense of wonder about every challenge. When you feel stuck, pause and ask, what would the universe say about this? Let your curiosity drive you to ask better questions and to listen to others. Concrete example: imagine you're heading a project that feels stagnant. Instead of assigning more tasks, sit with your team and ask them to identify the one mystery they would like the project to solve. Let each person propose what information they need to uncover that mystery. The act of turning uncertainty into a shared quest can reignite motivation and spark fresh ideas. Conclusion with key takeaways. Curiosity fuels wisdom, and wisdom drives effective leadership. Humility keeps leaders open to new ideas. Leading with wonder invites collaboration. Like, share, and subscribe or follow for more wisdom and leadership. Is your current leadership style driven by curiosity or routine? The power of humility in decision-making. The second chapter focuses on Sagan's insistence that the best leaders do not see themselves as the sole source of knowledge. In his lectures, he often reminded audiences that we do not have complete information. We are, after all, just a species living in the universe. This humility is a cornerstone of wisdom because it invites dialogue and reduces the risk of blind arrogance. A specific instance where he practiced humility was during the early days of the TV series Cosmos. When confronted with skepticism about cosmic background radiation, Sagan did not dismiss critics. He listened, refined his explanations, and presented data in a way that made sense to laypeople. Because he acknowledged the limits of his own understanding, he was able to build trust and inspire confidence in others. To apply this today, remember that no single person has all the answers. When making decisions, ask your team, what might we be overlooking? And give space for dissenting voices. Record their ideas, acknowledge their worth, and integrate them when appropriate. This approach not only improves outcomes, but also builds a culture of continuous learning. Concrete example: if you're leading a product launch and you feel confident in your strategy, schedule a brief meeting with stakeholders who have opposed the idea. Let them explain their concerns fully before you respond. This practice demonstrates that you value perspective over certainty. Key takeaways. Humility invites better information flow. Acknowledging limits builds trust. Inclusive dialogue leads to smarter decisions. Like, share, and subscribe or follow for more wisdom and leadership. Do you truly listen to those who disagree with you? The art of fostering curiosity and collaboration. Chapter 3 dives into how Sagan turned his curiosity into a collaborative engine that moved whole communities forward. He believed that genius does not exist in isolation. The cosmos itself is a vast network of interconnected systems. In his work with the Farsight explorers, Sagan coordinated teams from different disciplines, encouraging them to share data openly and build upon each other's discoveries. The result was a richer understanding of the moon's hidden basaltic plains. For you, the lesson is that a great leader orchestrates collaboration as naturally as the day moves. Create environments where people feel safe to share wild ideas. Use simple rituals like question rounds at meetings, where each person poses a single question about the project without fear of criticism. This practice cultivates a culture of continuous inquiry and mutual respect. Concrete example: run a weekly moonwalk session with your team. Set aside 15 minutes for each person to outline an unexpected observation or question about the current project. Then group them, identify the most compelling issues, and assign follow-up tasks to those who want to investigate further. This keeps the momentum alive and surfaces insights that might otherwise remain buried. Key takeaways. Curiosity thrives in collaborative settings. Leaders act as conductors, not solo performers. Shared questions spark collective advancement. Like, share, and subscribe or follow for more wisdom and leadership. How often does your team ask, why before they plan? The timeless relevance of scientific thinking in everyday leadership. Chapter 4 pulls the thread of Sagan's methodology into modern life. He championed rigorous scientific thinking as a tool for personal growth and decision-making. His approach had two pillars, observation and hypothesis testing. He would ask, "What does the data say?" and then design small experiments to test the conclusions. This method is not limited to astronomy. It can be applied to business, relationships, or personal habits. Concrete steps to adopt this mindset. 1. Start a data log where you keep track of metrics that matter to your goals, your output, your mood, your client's feedback. 2. Set a hypothesis, e.g., if I respond to clients within 24 hours, they will rate me higher. 3. Implement a small change. Commit to responding within 12 hours. 4. Measure the outcome over a month. 5. Evaluate. If the data supports your hypothesis, scale it. If not, refine the hypothesis or the method. When you treat your leadership like a series of experiments, you avoid the trap of following old habits out of habit alone. You remain agile, learning faster and pivoting quickly when the evidence demands it. Concrete example. Suppose you want to increase employee engagement. Hypothesize that a 2-minute daily check-in will improve morale. Test it one team for a month, gather feedback, and adjust. If the results are positive, roll it out company-wide. If not, tweak the format or ask for alternate suggestions. Key takeaways. Systematic data collection informs wise decisions. Hypothesis testing replaces guesswork. Continuous experiments keep leadership dynamic. Like, share, and subscribe or follow for more wisdom and leadership. Are you treating your leadership journey like an experiment yet? The horizon of wisdom, continuing your own trajectory. Our final chapter reflects on how to move forward inspired by Sagan's life. He saw humanity as a tiny part of a larger cosmos, yet he used that perspective to motivate us to act with compassion, curiosity, and courage. The wisdom he shared is not a fixed destination. It is an ongoing practice that requires daily commitment. Recap of Sagan's core principles. Nurture a sense of awe that keeps your mind open. Embrace humility to invite fresh viewpoints. Foster collaboration so curiosity can flourish. Apply scientific rigor to decision-making. To grow, commit to 3 simple habits. 1. Set aside time each day for a silent, staring at the stars moment, even if it is just looking at the night sky or a quiet window. 2. Before making a decision, ask, who else might have a different view, and reach out. 3. Treat one small goal as an experiment and document the results. As a leader, your influence extends beyond your immediate circle. Let Sagan's legacy remind you that your actions can spark curiosity in others, that your humility can empower those around you, that collaboration can create unforeseen breakthroughs, and that disciplined inquiry can navigate uncertainty. Conclusion with key takeaways. Wisdom is cultivated through ongoing wonder. Leadership thrives on humility, collaboration, and evidence-based learning. Your personal journey is a continuous experiment open to the universe's surprises. Like, share, and subscribe or follow for more wisdom and leadership. What will you do today to add a spark of curiosity to your leadership path?